Good morning. You can't see me. Good morning, everybody. From Rome. Alright, we're gonna do a get ready with me Rome edition. I actually haven't done one of these in quite some time, but I'm in Rome, so is that a good? No, because then if I'm getting ready, you can't see. Let me figure this out. Maybe. Nope. You actually get to stay right there while I wash my face, because I just remembered there's a vanity that I can literally use for my makeup. Alright, so I'm gonna be real with you guys. I was gonna film like vlogs, like all the stuff that we've done in Europe. If you don't know me or keep up with me on social media, I am in Europe right now. I was in Paris for 5 days and now I'm gonna be in Rome for a week. But I was going to vlog like each day and just kind of show what I did. I was gonna do more like aesthetic type videos. And then I realized I wanted to live more in the moment and not do that. Like I had started vlogging like in the airport, and I think like when we first got to Paris, but then I was just like, you know what, this is a lot, because I have to like remind myself to film. So then I was like, you know what, I'm just not going to. My parents are currently having breakfast, so I figured I'd film a get ready with me, kind of share how my trip was gone and all that stuff. So let's get to it. So like I said, oh wait, my mom's little clothing line of washing clothes is up. All right, we are just gonna have to deal with the fact that that's right there. So like I said, I am in Europe right now. I'm in Roma, Italia. This trip is a graduation gift for me, although it's been a trip I've wanted to take since I was little. When I was really little, well, not even really little, when I was like 3, one of the first books I remember reading was the Fancy Nancy books. It's this little curly-haired redhead who loved fashion shows and all things Paris. I would sit right in my hairline. And I remember I would read these books and I'd be like, I want to be just like Fancy Nancy. I want to be a fashionista. And I want to go to Paris just like she wants to go to Paris. And I made it my entire, well, I didn't make it my entire personality like she did, but it was like a big goal of mine that I told my mom, and my mom told me once, she was like, whenever you get older, we'll take you anywhere you want in the world when you graduate high school. Well, that time has finally come. And so the last few years we've been kind of planning, kind of deciding like, do I still want to go there? Obviously. And then we realized that we had saved enough money to be able to afford to go 2 places if I wanted to. And so I was deciding originally, wait, I got makeup yesterday from a pharmacy. Their grocery bags here are weird. It's like balloon texture rather than like grocery bag texture like we know. And so I was deciding between here, Venice, and Santorini, but Venice is a really small town and there's not a lot to do, and we knew wherever we'd be staying would be longer than Paris, because Paris is kind of expensive to like live for or like stay for a while. I was like, okay, Venice is out, I'll just go there some other time. And I was thinking Santorini, but then I realized like Rome just has a lot more to do. This like mascara wand is like curved, so I think it's better to like apply. It's just mascara. It's Lovren. I don't know. So then we decided on Rome a few months ago. We planned everything out, booked our hotel rooms, got our tours booked, and here we are now. I'm really happy to be here. And I feel so privileged. Like I never thought that we would actually be able to have this kind of money to do this. But my parents have told me about like all the investments they've made to kind of get us here, and so I really appreciate it. And they're gonna do this with like all my brothers too. I have 3 younger brothers. One's gonna be a junior, one's gonna be a 6th grader, and one's gonna be a 3rd grader. They are gonna take them wherever they want in the world after they graduate. But yeah, so getting here was kind of rough. I did actually vlog some of that. All right, vlog. We're gonna go from Columbus to New York. What happened is there was bad weather in New York. They end up having a circle for like an hour. So instead of flying there, we had to land in Philadelphia and then New York to Rome, but not staying in Rome yet, but just for a connecting flight. We missed our flight that was taking us from New York to Rome, which if we had taken that flight, we would have gone Rome to Paris, and that's where we would be. And then we're like, okay, yeah, like they're not letting anyone coming in or out the like JFK airport. But we missed that one, and then they ended up boarding our flight back up. That is so foul. Oh my god. We boarded up to JFK, which is where we are now. And by the time we got all situated, we got off the plane, and we're not gonna have time to make it to a 7:30 flight that's directly to Paris from here. And so we've been waiting. Dad and I went and got Buffalo Wild Wings, and my mom just spoke with the front desk and got everything situated and got us a 10:30 flight. So we're gonna fly out from here to Paris at 10:30, which is in about 2 hours. It ended up being like a 7.5-hour flight, I think, which isn't horrible. I mean, it's not good, but it's not like 12 hours or something, so that's good. It was overnight, so it was nice to just, oh my gosh, this is like gonna explode. And so I like got to sleep for some of it and whatnot. I also don't know why I'm putting on blush. It's like hot. It is so hot here, and literally I get so flushed. So then we ended up getting to Paris like only a couple hours later than we were originally going to, and then we got a Uber took us to our hotel. Our hotel was so cute. It was called the Hotel Queen Mary. It was adorable, like absolutely loved it. The concierge, I don't think he ever told us his name, or maybe he told us his name, but I don't remember. But he was so incredibly sweet. He was very nice, very informative, very funny. Our room was quaint. It was quite small for 3 people, but we made it work because it's literally one room, a bed. They had a twin mattress next to the queen, small little bathroom, but it was a cute place. The first day we did, so like the day after we arrived, because we kind of just like walked around a little bit when we first got there, and we're just kind of like completely zonked, like trying to get used to the time difference and whatnot. The first day we did, there's this website called With Locals, and it's basically like a touring, like a place to book tours, but it's a single like one-on-one tour, like your group with one person. It's like more intimate, and it's a local, and they're not with any specific tour guide company, but they just kind of show you around the city. They show you tell them kind of what you want to see and whatnot. And she had asked me like, this is your trip, what do you want to do? Her name was Bibiana. She was so incredibly sweet. She was funny. Her English was very good. It was just like really fun to just kind of like walk around the city, see all this like really cool stuff. Some of the stuff I was like, we would have not been able to like see this stuff ourselves, like if we had gone, just because we wouldn't have known about it. Away my brush. Where's my brush? Easy. So we toured with her. And then in the later afternoon, evening, we kind of went back to some places that we wanted to revisit and kind of spend more time in. And then the next day was a chill day. And then, no, the next day we saw the Louvre. It was actually really cool. It was like at some points I was getting kind of bored, I'm not gonna lie to you. But it was still interesting nonetheless, and it was massive. But it was really cool. The Mona Lisa, I already knew that it was smaller than what people anticipated, but they literally had like made you had to stand in a line to get a picture of the Mona Lisa. You couldn't take pictures because it was like in the center of a room, but it was like I shed so much, it's awful. Basically there's like, you walk in and there's a wall that's like more towards the back of the room, and it has just the Mona Lisa on it, and on the other side it has like some more paintings, and there's paintings around lining the like all the walls. I had to stand in line to take a picture of the Mona Lisa. They were like telling people like, don't take pictures if you're not in line. It was really cool just to see like all the like things that people built, or like how all these paintings, like some of them were so massive, and I was like, how did they do that? Like that must have taken a really long time. After we spent the day like in the Louvre, then we had like a chill day, I think, where we just kind of like wandered the city a little bit. Oh, we went to Montmartre, which is like the artsy part of Paris. I got to have my portrait pasteled. I got to just kind of walk around and see all these like musicians and these artists, and it was just absolutely beautiful. It was my favorite part of Paris. And then we had another chill day, I think, and then we went and saw the Eiffel Tower and kind of the city around it. And I'm gonna be honest, the view from the Eiffel Tower, because we went up to the second story, it was cool, but it was also kind of underwhelming. We went and like during the day, it had rained that whole morning pretty much. The clouds were fog, like it was cloudy. There wasn't a whole lot of blue out. It would have been cool to see it at night or something. So the view was, I mean, it was cool, but it was also, for me, I just felt a little underwhelmed. And we had to get up early on Monday. Today's Thursday. No, today's Wednesday. We got up early on Monday for our flight, which we made, thankfully, but my mom accidentally told our Uber driver the wrong airport, and so we drove to that airport, realized, oh crap, we're not at the right airport. Oh, the right airport is all the way across town on the other side. So we get our Uber, we were like booking it, we were like, Our drive was supposed to be an hour and a half, and he was going to get us to the airport with only 45 minutes to spare by the time we got there and the time our like flight departed. I don't know how he did it. He probably could understand the like freaking out that my parents were doing in the back seat, because he shaved off about 20 minutes of our time. Again, I don't know how we did it. I mean, we got there and it was all fine. It was actually kind of nice because we didn't have to wait around for very long. Yesterday, we were gonna do another like with locals tour, but the dude canceled like an hour before we were supposed to meet him. Like we had taken the bus, gotten to a cafe nearby where we were supposed to meet him, had breakfast, and then my mom gets a notification when we connected with Wi-Fi, and it's like, oh, Nico canceled, and we're like, what? And so we kind of just like walked around, saw some cool stuff, just kind of like experienced the area. But it's been really nice. Later we're going to Vatican City for a group tour. Today's my parents' anniversary, so I'm gonna change real quick because I'm gonna go out and eat breakfast, and I'm not about to go out and eat breakfast in this like sleep shirt and booty shorts I'm wearing, so give me like 2 seconds. Okay, I don't know if I want to wear these pants with this shirt, but we're gonna go with it for right now. Anyway, what was I saying? My parents' anniversary, I got them both little gag gifts because they're here with me, so obviously like that's the best gift of them all. But I got them these 2 gag gift books. I want 2 things that I've liked about being here. One, I've had more time to read. I read like a book in 24 hours, and that was like really nice. I really like that. And 2, I get to drink. I had a couple seltzers yesterday, or at least I think they were seltzers. My parents have let me had like a drink with like pretty much like every dinner, sometimes lunch, which is awesome. Love it. Okay, I need a grocery bag to put my parents' gag gift in. But yeah, it's been pretty nice so far. Rome definitely feels more like I'm in a touristy city. Paris didn't really feel like that. Sometimes it felt like San Francisco. Okay, I'm gonna go hang these off to my parents. Let's go. Okay, go ahead.
Your present. Where's the opening? It's a grocery bag, so you
No. I literally just put it in a grocery bag and folded it up. Wait, show dad first. Okay. I got you a parenting book. Yep. Okay, Dad, your turn. Okay. So keep your eyes closed. Keep them closed. Okay.
This way.
Okay, Dad.
Dog Trainer's Guide to Parenting.
I got you guys parenting books.
20 years in and is it because you're leaving?
We were at Books by the Pound, and Jake was like, you should get Mom and Dad parenting books. And I thought it was funny, and I was like, I'll get it for them for their anniversary. So I got that one for you, Mom. Where does a mother go to resign? Because feel like you feel that way all the time. Then Dad, you're all about dogs and stuff, so I got you the Dog Trainer's Guide to Parenting.
My dog knows what to do when you do it. At least you've done a good job teaching your dog. Now all you have to do is train him. That is different.
Yep. Anyway, happy anniversary, guys. 20
That would
years.
have been good for dishes.
Oh.
You can teach how to do dishes, but training them is the day after day after day. It's training.
Okay.